Hi, welcome to another edition of The Sales Target. I'm your host Manik Saranayakam. Today we are going to talk about the 2-point sales pitch. Now a lot of people think that there is a huge difference between the sales pitch deck and a sales presentation. I'm saying it's more or less the same. Although there can be a variation in terms of the depth, but the preparation, the strategy, the tools and the mindset, even the objective, more or less the same. Because I truly believe that as a salesperson, you only get one chance to create that rapport or that connection. So in that sense, basically the same effort needs to be shared when you are working towards a sales presentation or a sales pitch. The concept of sales pitch too has evolved. No longer the primary objective of a sales pitch is to close a sale. Well, it is in the subconscious world, but not in the conscious world. Because we believe that closing of a sale is just a byproduct of series of interventions or activities that you need to carry out during a sales pitch. Now, what is the main objective of a sales pitch then? It's 2 points. You want to become the customer's smart friend or friendly specialist. What does that mean? It sounds so lame. It sounds so simple. But it has very deep, greater meanings. Have you had this feeling that sometimes that even a certain person had nothing to do with you or no interventions have happened, but you simply don't want to have anything to do with that person? Maybe the way he moves, the vibes, the aroma around him, you just don't want to really associate with him. So at that time, you might have the greatest sales pitch, but if you don't really connect, nothing is going to take place. So very important that at the subconscious level that you connect with your prospects. So becoming a likable person is a great advantage, because if you are a likable person, they are willing to listen to you, because customers are constantly asking for reasons, not openly, but subconsciously asking for reasons to connect with us, emotional hooks, and we need to subscribe that. On the other hand, you have to be smart as well. It's not about just a relationship. It's also about you need to bring some value addition to the table. So that's what makes the whole proposition or the whole relationship wholesome. There's an element of great friendship, which is driven by trust. There's a great element of expertise, which is driven by credibility. Now to establish this, basically it comes down to your left and right brain. Usually the right brain identifies and the left brain interprets. Right brain basically deals with emotions, intelligence, intuitions, feelings, gut feeling, passion, poetry, all that, the subjective areas, which is the core foundation of developing great relationship or rapport building, essentially to become a friend. On the other hand, left brain deals with analytical thinking, reason, logic, product features, functionality, benefits, competitive advantage, all the technical and numerical stuff, basically logic and reason. So you need to combine these two and speak to both the left and the right brain. Sometimes the danger is that certain people are more skewed towards the right brain. Some are more towards the left. So we really don't know which one is which, but we need to make sure that without taking any chance, because we really have no access to that data or intelligence, we just speak to both sides of the brain. Imagine going on a date. It's not about you sharing about how rich you are, the type of vehicle you use, your qualifications, similar to product features and functionalities. It's all about the other person. You put the other sale before you. So similarly in a customer relationship, you really need to share the same proposition by putting the customer before you and understand what are his trigger points. So by doing that, you are achieving two things. One is you are actually establishing a good relation, likable person, kind of an aroma or a vibe. At the same time, by really sharing some deep insight which will help his business, that shows the credibility. So at the end of the day, if you have a person whom you can trust and provide real value addition, you can't ask for more than that. So when you speak to the left and right brain, especially the right brain, you need to make sure that you build what is called the yes ladder. Crack the code of influence. And while doing that, when you speak to the left brain, you need to transfer certainty, because what drives fear is uncertainty. They say that only 13% of the buyers think that salespeople have knowledge or understanding of the business. So you need to change that mindset or that perception. Only way you can do is basically again understand the customer at a very deeper level. What moves him? What are his business choices? What are his failures? What are his pain points? What are the solutions he needs? This way, the conversation that you continue with the customer becomes that much relevant. You need to ask yourself the question, what do you want customer to remember from your sales pitch or presentation? Most will say product features, benefits, functionality. But the right question is, what do generally customer will take out from that sales pitch? It is basically, from his point of view, he has given you 30 minutes. He wants to make sure that prior to 30 minutes, he was in a state of mind, and after meeting you, he needs to make sure that he has found solutions to his problem. So finally, basically speaking to the left and the right brain, you're essentially taking care of both the elements of becoming a good friend, which associated with trust, and also show that you have smart and you are intelligent, it's associated with credibility, and those are the two basic elements that is required to have a great sales pitch. This is Manik signing off with another Sales Insight moment and reminding you, it's time we stop selling and start closing. See you soon.